the second ARC recommendations regarding the Citizens Charter. Okay, the second ARC, Administrative Reforms Commission. The first one was under the chairmanship of Morarji Desai. Now it is under the chairmanship of Veerappa Moily, isn't it? So, Administrative Reforms Commission. Administrative Reforms Commission. The second ARC report. Okay. The second ARC Reforms Commission. The second ARC report suggests that you need to improve the Citizens Charter program. Otherwise, there would not be no use of investing time and resources for creating CC. How can we do that, sir? Sir, number one recommendation is that one size doesn't fit all. Unfortunately, the strategy which you adopt, the second ARC report say that, sir, the one size fits all approach does not work. I have provided you an example, and the example was regarding the Delhi post office and, say, for example, the Arunachal Pradesh post office. So the same post office having this, the different post office, that is one post office in the metro and the other one in the remotest part of the country, sir. Remotest part of the country where the communication, the network, all those kind of things may be pathetic. Sir, can you expect both of these postal office or post office to perform in exactly the same manner? No. So this is in fact a foolish thing. That is, one size doesn't fit all. Realize that each institutions as well as each branches even should be provided with different service specifications. Okay, so Arunachal Pradesh post office should think about what they can do. Delhi post office would be far better than that. They should think about what they can do. This is how you should be providing the kind of autonomy for that institution. So one size doesn't fit all. One size fit all approach doesn't work. The second one, widest possible consultation. Sir, please try to include all the possible stakeholders as part of the CC program. When any particular government institute or the government department wanted to come forward with in fact a CC program, let them have that flexibility to consult all the experts around the world even for making the Citizens Charter most effective and efficient. Commit possible services. That means realize your capacity. Okay, what you can do should only be promised to the clients. Otherwise, they will lose the faith, they will lose the credibility in you, and they won't come to you again. They will shift the focus from the public sector to the private sector. And that was one of the reasons why we have introduced the Citizens Charter. And that even should not be acting as a negative effect on that particular institution. Okay, so commit possible services only. Internal structural changes are also very, very important. And what does it mean? See, we have introduced the CC program only in 1997, isn't it? I have already told you. Now just try to understand that since independence, or leave it, since republic, that is from 1950 onwards, we have different departments and institutions. And these institutions and departments were not having the charter then. That is until 1997, the Citizens Charter. So that government institutions were having a kind of work culture which might not fit the post 1997 period. Because why is that? Is because post 1997 you have a Citizens Charter and you provide certain assurances for the individuals. Now for that to be met, you will have to do some internal structural changes. That is compulsory. So do perform internal structural changes for committing the possible services. Okay, for committing the possible services or for bringing into practicality the assured services to the clients. Okay, periodical evaluation should be done. There should be an independent agency, okay, an independent agency to see whether these institutions are performing in accordance with, okay, in accordance with the Citizens Charter program. So outside agency should review exactly what is going on in that particular institutions, whether there are any kind of shortfalls, shortbacks, in fact, from these government departments. And you should also provide incentives, incentivize the employees, okay, incentivize the employees so that they will have the encouragement for better performance, okay, encouragement, and that will in fact make that particular government institution or the department, okay, or the department trustworthy. So what you have seen as a tilt towards the private sector will gradually move towards the government institutions or the department. Sir, trust is very, very important, isn't it? The trust factor is very, very important. Even people are ready to lose money, but not trust. They does not wanted to lose the trust. They does not wanted to play with trust. They does not wanted to play with credibility and authenticity. They are ready to pay money, but the trust is the factor here. So please provide such kind of incentives. Replicate best practices. Sir, when you frame the CC, Citizens Charter, in fact, we have already talked about the widest possible consultation, isn't it? And what is provided further is that you go to the CC of all the non-institutions around the world and try to adopt the best possible features from those Citizens Charter. Okay, replicate the best practices and provide the Citizens Charter in the simplified language. So it should not be very much technical. It should not be very much technical. It should be provided in very simple language so that the individuals may understand it. They feel that comfort to read and understand at what time, within what period they would get the required service, whether they wanted to move to any particular other agencies or other government institutions for the required service. Everything can be decided by them very quickly if the language is simplified. Okay, so these are in fact the second ARC recommendation.